Thank you. Now, so in this session, we will give you more information about a very special program, which was just launched this year. We had now our first cohort join us in the past September. And if you attend the last session, you have heard some of them talking about their experience. So I think let's start by showing you a very short video. Again, just to from a student's perspective, what they think of this program so far. And after that, I will tell you more about what's special of this program. Yeah, thank you.
呢個課程令我哋退出校園，學習一啲實用嘅技巧。我哋會以一個嶄新嘅方式同埋角度，同社區入面唔同崗位同埋唔同處境嘅人會面，去深入了解佢哋。我哋又會認識嚟自唔同文化背景嘅人，互相交流去體驗一個全新嘅世界。呢個課程提供嘅多元學習機會，包括好多戶外活動，都鼓勵我哋去大膽嘗試一啲特別嘅學習經歷，絕對係一個充滿新思維、極具前瞻性，又可以培養同埋掌握新技能嘅課程。
我哋唔單止可以自由選擇我哋感興趣嘅學科修讀，教授更加會為我哋安排個別嘅學術導師，鼓勵同埋協助我哋讀到真正想讀嘅，而追尋理想。喺其中一門叫做環球挑戰嘅課程上，無論喺定研究嘅方向定係表達形式方面，學生嘅彈性同自由度都好大，更加得到老師極大嘅支持同鼓勵。
社會嘅發展一日千里，需要更多兼備多元能力及技巧嘅人才。為咗成為未來嘅領袖，我選擇修讀香港浸會大學文理及科技學士課程。喺呢個課程入邊，同學要修讀涉獵不同知識範疇嘅學科，例如邏輯推理、探究學問嘅方法以及全球挑戰。呢個課程訓練我哋擁有批判思維，從而喺解決困難嘅時候作出明智嘅決定。課程能夠擴闊我哋嘅視野，為世界作出貢獻。
如果要一言以蔽之，我们这个课程最吸引我的地方是自由。同学们有不同的个人兴趣与人生计划，他们在我们这个课程里面可以选择非常不同的学习路径。
Okay, thank you. So yeah, the last person was me. My name is 张继继张继继，我可以说普通话。也可以听广东话，但是我暂时还不是很熟啊，已经10几年还是不能说广东话啊，不好意思。So in this session, I'll sometimes speak Mandarin, sometimes speak English. Stop me anytime you want a clarification. Okay? Now, actually, I just discovered in my office I still have a coupon. I want to give it away today. So yeah, there is a very simple Kahoot game. I don't know if everyone has a cell phone here to play. Okay, let's play that game. And after that, I'll tell you about our program. Yeah. 我不知道你会不会 share 一下大部分给你。我不知道在那个。也就是说，那个上面都是 share 了，是吧？ Oh, only up to 10 players. Oh, sorry about that. Okay, maybe since I'm using my children's version, maybe not all people can join. So let's see. The first 10 people can join. First come, first serve.
大家可以攞自己手提電話 scan 個 QR code 可以加入呢個營地嘅，好得意嘅。你 try very interesting。
OK，
陣間 winner 咧，之前會俾大家啲禮品㗎。
Yeah, the winner wins a book coupon.
得唔得？入唔入到？ 我哋見到好多同學都喺度㗎啦。
本來只能10個人。
好快有啊！佢 set 咗10個人嘅，大家快手啲。
Oh, okay. It's. Oh, yeah. I think there's no limit. So, yeah, if you can, yeah, please join. Let's have some fun. Okay. 我最后10秒啊，10、9、8、7、4、3。Okay, so you see your name here? Okay. 那你帮我控制那个好吧？对啊。坐上 ，OK。未来最受欢迎的 skills 有些什么？Wow. Oh, actually only 10 can. Sorry. So I think it turns out only 10. Yeah, sorry for those who joined late. But let's see. Just some fun. Okay, let's continue. 有这个样子。Yeah, you have to guess my answer, right? I mean, different opinions. What my answer would be. Oh, everyone joined. That's not only 10. Okay, good. So, yeah, my view is that we learn until we die. Okay.
Melody now is.
Okay. Let's Okay, again, it's my opinion, but I think I'm right. .有多少工作马上就会消失。Surgeons 外科医生动手术的 ，pilots 飞行员。Cool. Okay, thank you very much. So let's see. Yeah, thank you, Teresa. Melody. Harry. Harry, where are you? Oh, Carrie, hi. Thank you very much. Congratulations. Thank you, Carrie. And so what's your answer to the last question? Yes. Okay. I think majority answer yes. Good for you. I'm so jealous. You really like what you are doing. So that's the most important part of life, I think. So I'm glad that we have such a upbeat group here. So yeah, some of you may think those questions are silly, but I want to start with them. These days, I don't know what news you read, but one kind of news, yeah, thank you. We encounter, at least I often pay attention to news like what I asked you, like World Economic Forum, they have all kinds of predictions. So this is a research from the most recent Future of Jobs report. And they estimate, again, that's our prediction, it may be wrong, but their estimation is very soon, in 3 years from now, we will lose a lot of jobs, 85 million. Of course, that's a very rough estimate, but the scale is tens of millions. It's a lot of jobs that will disappear, including kind of jobs. And that's what many people are worried about these days. But don't worry, we have new jobs coming up. Okay, so in the same report, they also predict that more jobs than we will lose will come up, 97 million. Again, that's a very rough prediction, but you can see the magnitude, right? Magnitude is huge. The question is, how can you get ready for this? Okay, so if you are just looking at the employment we have now, they may mislead you. There's soon going to be a lot of changes. There will be jobs you haven't thought of before, and it will emerge. So again, according to such news, they always emphasize what are the skills for future. You can easily Google top 10 skills, top 20 skills. Of course, sometimes it's high, but when you see a lot of consensus, 当你发现很多专家、未来学家他们都在这样预测的时候 you should pay some attention. I should pay some attention. In fact, if you look at many predictions of future skills, some of them always appear. In terms of technology, almost everyone will say, in the future, what kind of familiarity technology will be important? Well, digital literacy, data literacy, right? In terms of technology, there are of course many fancy technologies, but at the minimum, everyone expected to be reasonably familiar with data technologies and digital technologies. And in terms of your own skills, general skills, every predictor, I will say, analytic or critical thinking, and creativity, time management, and very importantly, I will emphasize the ability to learn actively, active learning, 主动学习. Especially for people, if you think like me, we really learn until we die, right? We continuously learn. We do not just stop learning after we graduate, after we enter a job force. Rather, we just keep learning for our lives. So it's very important for you to be able to have the ability to learn. Not just you do well in exams during your school years, but rather after school years, when you do not have a teacher, a professor that's specially assigned to you, you can just control your own agenda study. So this kind of news, I often pay attention, but of course, they also have implications. For example, in the same report, they predict that about 50% of our labor, they will need to reskill, and sometimes from time to time. 需要重新学习，需要重新包装自己，不是一劳永逸的学习。你不是说到了学校有一个你们觉得很好的专业，然后这个专业就 settle for life. Usually not the case in our future. 所以主动学习的能力，有选择的学习的能力是非常非常重要的。Now there are many books like this, right? Talk about future skills, and of course, I also recently read that even in the U.S., I lived in the U.S. for 8 years. I thought students there are already very free, they can freely choose what they want to study. But turns out, actually, a lot of them still regret their majors. So how to deal with this? And of course, about these personal things, we also have a lot of big things to worry about. You have seen this picture a lot today. 我们有很多我们全球遇到的大的问题，这是为什么联合国要给出一个发展目标，每一个目标都是很大的挑战。Actually, this year, our General Secretary of the United Nations, he actually said, we really lag behind. Of course, partly because of a pandemic, but also partly because lack of people who can really push governments, different communities to work together, to address our global problems. So we need to rise higher to rescue the lost cause here, a lot of challenges beyond our personal concern. So my point is, 不管你是为自己将来打算计划，还是你有更高的目标为了为社会全球做出比较大的贡献，我们都应该重新思考，我们到底是怎么接受我们的大学教育。Okay, again, just an example of top 10 skills, right? You can see all the skills are what we aim to give students in this program. So this program is called Bachelor of Arts, Science, and Technology. But the key term is personalized learning pathway. Sometimes you don't see this very important term. Unfortunately, you only see that degree name, Bachelor of Arts, Science, Technology. So we're trying to actually make this personalized pathway message even more salient than we have been doing. 我们就是这个最重要的这一点是 personalized。那么 personalized 表示什么呢？首先就表示you have a lot of freedom in this program. 我刚才也想问大家，你们喜不喜欢你现在做的事情？当然你们可能都很喜欢，非常好。我们就希望，我们一方面是希望找到非常喜欢在做自己事情的同学，但一方面我们也欢迎那些对现状很不满意的同学。因为有一种对现状的不满意，就是觉得那个学习方式有点压抑，有很多东西是强迫到你学习，当然有时候是对的有些东西的确你应该被强迫的学习，但是呢，其实很多的东西。有时候我们太过于忽略学生自己的想法和感受所以 in this program, we want to give our students much more freedom than they are usually are given. And we'll tell you what that means. And also in this program, 有个特别的设计 we have traditional coursework 你会上课，上很多很必要的课，但这些课都是你自己选择不是强加给你你会有自己的想法，然后教授会帮你，我们的老师教授会帮你来设计你需要上什么样的课，以什么样的方式，什么样的过程来上就有些 coursework， 但同时呢，我们还有一些特别的，我们叫 solution-based learning modules， 是强调 solution-based learning， 或者有的叫 project-based learning。我们希望你们同时在你们学习课程知识技能的时候，同时就来应用你们的东西，你们的技能，然后和现实世界的问题发生关系。我们这儿还有 Service Learning Office， 是非常好的一个 Office Service Learning， 然后会提供各种各样的实际机会和外面我们各种各样的合作者，包括有工业界的，也有我们的社区的有我们 NGO 的。我们这些合作者会一起来做一些项目为了给一些实际问题找到解决方案。So it's a combination of traditional coursework and also more inspirational solution-based learning. And because of these features, 会有很多机会让你重新审视自己，让你重新figure out你到底是想做什么，或者说你最适合做什么但我是中学生的时候，我就记得我真的是不知道我想做什么。我对很多东西都很感兴趣， 但是当时没有一个 clear idea. I bet or I suspect, right, most of you or many of you are sort of like that as well, right? You are so young, you are curious about many things, but you may not have figured out your life goal, your life project. Now in this program, there will be many opportunities to help you try to pin down your true self. And finally, right, this is in many ways a self-design major. 我不知道同学们听过这个概念没有？自己设计的一个专业。有些同学可能会听着很害怕，我怎么可能来自己设计专业？当然你一个人肯定是不行，而是说你会积极的参与到这个过程里。我们还有很多 faculty members 一起来 help you， 然后我们学校有这么多课程，你都可以利用来完成你的自己设计的这个专业。所以可能更合适的一个词是 co-design 你和我们学校的老师、教授利用我们学校所有的资源一起来设计你的专业是什么。你的专业做可能是比如说计算机科学 computer science， 但是呢，你设计出来这个专业很可能跟我们已有的一个计算机科学的这个专业有很多不同的地方。那你会尽量当然会优化你的选择，然后你的计算机专业和我们已有的计算机专业可能就各有自己的特色。OK， now sorry. Of course, all these actually amount to saying this program is a transdisciplinary program. We just saw, right, in this university, we just launched 4 what we call transdisciplinary programs. 跨学科的课程。跨学科的意思实际上就在这儿，不单是说我们会不限于一个单一的学科，而且更重要的是这个 transdisciplinary 最重要的是要 trans our traditional academic disciplines。我们要让同学意识到他们学习的这些知识和技能到底和现实世界的问题的关系是什么，而且不单是有一个理论上的理解，而且是有实际上的一个操作性的理解。所以这是这种 transdisciplinary 它最重要的地方英语里面分得很清楚，叫 transdisciplinary versus interdisciplinary。那 interdisciplinary 可能就是说各个学术学科之间的合作， transdisciplinary 它会更要求和外界的真实世界的各种机构的合作，这是我们这个 program 非常强调的。OK， because of this, right, there are many special features of this program. I already mentioned several of them, and the things I personally really value is we want to train our students to be active and selective learners. 他们有主动学习，同时呢有选择性学习的这种技能。我们处在一个信息爆炸的时代，如果你不加选择的来学习的话，那你是完全没有时间真正学到你需要的东西。所以一个真正的学习者，他不但是有主动学习的精神，同时他有辨别能力，他知道现在以他的目标，他需要的资讯是什么样的。Okay, so our curriculum in a broad brush actually consists of, sorry, I'm still learning this one. 2 pillars. As I said, right, there is traditional coursework. We just refer to as KNS, knowledge and skills coursework. And this is a self-designed major part. You will, together with your professors, you will also tell the professors what you want to do. And professors will provide opportunities, resources for you to do it. And another pillar, right, is what we call solution-based learning modules. In these modules, all through the 4 years, you will do all kinds of projects, from simplest smaller ones. At first, this first semester, people are doing toy projects, but then it will gradually become very realistic, complex, involve collaboration with people from outside the university. So we have these 2 main components in our curriculum. In both of them, you have a lot of say. Right? Which courses you take, what projects you do, you will play an active, essential role. That's how I think you will become an active, selective learner, as I think very important in the future. Now we have this picture also on our website. For the sake of time, I won't go through it too carefully, but basically, right, this is what we mean by solution-based learning modules. It's all through the 4 years, including in the third year, right, you will do an internship overseas. Could also be local, but we encourage students to actually go overseas for internship. And part of the job of your advisors will be to actually create such opportunities for you. And in our university, of course, every student has the option to go for exchange overseas as well. And we also highly encourage students in our program to do that. So normally in this program, a student at least will have a 1 year overseas experience, or at least, if not 1 year, at least 8 months or 9 months, a semester plus a summer. And then on this side, right, is our coursework. So let's see, right, there are 2 main components. And on this side, our program has a special privilege, right? They do not have as many required or mandatory courses as other majors do. Again, as I said, freedom, liberty is one important feature of our program. So we try not to require you to take any course too much. We have a couple of them. Instead, we do want to give you a lot of good advice on what courses you should study in order to achieve your own goal, in order to do what you really want to do. But in the way, you can negotiate with professors, you can tell professors what you want to do. Maybe this course is not really what you want, then we can advise other courses for you. So, right, in this self-design part, there is enough of flexibility. For example, right, as I said, we already had our first cohort. We're very happy. Our quota for our first year was 10 students. This program, we want to keep it relatively small because the university gives a lot of investment in this program. Each single student receives very special attention. We'll have a special advisor to work with the students all through 4 years. It's like supervising a postgraduate student. So our first year quota is 10 students. Now in the second year, that's relevant to you, we will increase it to 15 students. But in the first year, we got, in the end, got a little more than 10. We have 13 students right now. And just give you an idea of what their interests are and what now we're matching them to. We have some students, 2 actually, precisely, among the 13. They want to do computer science, and one of them especially inclined to do artificial intelligence. And another student is very attracted to the currently trending brand, Metaverse. In fact, right, actually just outside the room, there is a Metaverse for our campus. You can have a sense. Of course, Metaverse can always evolve to become more and more sophisticated and hard to distinguish from reality. So we matched these 2 students to our colleagues in computer science. They want to study computer science. They can study computer science. Then we also have 2 students. One of them wants to study finance in business school. The other is more interested in financial technology, what we call fintech. So we also match them with our colleagues in this school, in Department of Finance, and also in particular with a professor who was a former IBM senior manager, who supervised the student on fintech. And then, as you heard, one of our transdisciplinary programs is RTech. There are also other programs we call global entertainment, and the third one is called health and well-being, right? Yeah, innovation in health and well-being. Yeah. I just want to say, in our program, it's like Lord of the Rings. We can do any of that. If you want to RTech, then we will match you to professor in RTech. They will together with you, right, design a major in RTech. That's not exactly the same as our existing major in RTech, but it will have its very special advantages and the features. For example, right, we do have students right now who actually is interested in physical education and the sports science. So he will actually work with the Professor Wendy Wang you just met. And we also have students, right, interested in social science. We have several students interested in social science, some in international studies, political science, others in sociology, social work. And so they work with our professors in effective social science. And then we also have students who are interested in humanities subjects. We have a student working in history, another student interested in cultural studies, and yet another student working with a professor in Department of Chinese on global Chinese education. So just to give you an idea how flexible, how powerful students are in this program. They decide what their interests are. So in case you actually have a major you want to go, but for whatever reason, you didn't enter that major and you somehow enter our program, then you have that opportunity to continue to study the major you wanted to do. But in our program, we will give you new ideas. Right? We will encourage you not to study the major in the traditional way it's done, rather to empower yourself to make it even more exciting and interesting. So give you some idea about our personalized pathways. Now, when we designed this program, we consulted many professionals, including several heavyweights in social enterprises in Hong Kong, people from NGOs, from consulting companies, from technology tech companies, and think tanks, public health sector, and the cultural industry. We consulted a variety of people, and they all have this converging view that they think this way of training students as we envisage in our program. 我们想的怎么样来训练同学，他们认为这种训练方式非常好。当然，这都是 prediction 就好像我们刚才说的 prediction 有几千万的工作会消失，有另外几千万工作会出现。Prediction is risky, but when predictions come from experts, from professionals, you better pay attention. So in our program, they all think this way of training students, is likely to produce students who are resourceful, very adaptable, and innovative. Exactly what we need in the future. Remember, there's a lot of prediction that people in the future, they probably don't stick to one career for their life. They keep reskilling and keep updating. And they likely actually take on multiple careers. And especially in those jobs that haven't appeared. 有很多工作，有很多 prediction 说，在21世纪的中叶，可能85%、90%的 job 都是我们现在还没有出现的，还没有看见。So in those new kind of job, emerging job market, our students, according to those professionals, are likely to be very competitive because they are adaptable and resourceful. And we also expect some of our students will actually launch startups right at the time they graduate at the university as pledge to give support to that kind of very innovative entrepreneurship. So that's the career prospect. I do think, personally, I think there's a very bright future. And you also wonder, how come this kind of very special program is launched at Hong Kong BU? Well, the truth is that this university has been, at the level of research, has been doing such things for a long time now. So transdisciplinary research and formerly interdisciplinary research has been a major thing in our university. In fact, in our university, we have 6 university level labs. University level involving faculties from different departments. By the way, my own department is philosophy. Okay, I'm from the Department of Philosophy and Religion. I'm by training a philosopher, but I'm also part of one of the labs. Maybe you can guess which lab I mean. So we have a lab called Augmented Creativity. Art-Tech is a big part of this. Computational medicine, you know, we have a superb school of Chinese medicine, and they actually also work with computer scientists and other colleagues. System health, smart society, data economy, and ethical and theoretical AI. So yeah, so I'm also part of this lab. I also do some artificial intelligence, even though I'm a philosopher. So you can see what kind of cross-boundary things we do here. So we are well prepared for implant the spirit in our research to undergraduate education, and we have excellent support from our Center for Innovative Service Learning. I just called it Office Service Learning. Actually, it's called Center for Innovative Service Learning. It's also an excellent center with superb colleagues to help us do this kind of education. As you saw, right, we now have a meta campus. It's actually modeled after a real campus, right? That's going to be launched very soon. If you haven't heard of it, you should check it out. The Jockey Club Campus of Creativity. And in fact, some students can also live there, right? There are some dorms that's going to be in that campus of creativity. It's sort of, I mean, just hear of it, it's like living in Hogwarts. Okay, so finally, let me just end by saying what kind of student we are looking for. Who should apply? Short answer is you should apply. Because anyone can apply. So a longer answer is because students of any background can apply. As I showed you, our current students, they study all kinds of things in their secondary school. We welcome students from any background. And especially we encourage students who already have a strong commitment to a life mission or life plan. So this kind of student we especially welcome. But not just limited to that. I know many students do not have that yet. Instead, if you like me, when I was in high school, right, I have wide interests. I'm curious about many things, but I don't really know what I want to study in university. So if you're like me, right, you have wide interests, but you have to figure out what you want to do. You are especially encouraged to apply to us. Right? We will give you time opportunities to figure that out. And as I said, also students, if you're tired of learning by command, right? I do think in my high school, I just followed the command to learn whatever things I was ordered to learn. Now, there's some effectiveness there, but it also gets boring and sometimes even repulsive. Thankfully, we don't seem to have many students here like that, right? Most of you like what you're doing right now. Very good. That's the blessing of life. But there are also students, if you're like me, right? Sometimes you're tired of learning by command. Our program exactly is trying to liberate students from that. Right? We want students to actually have power, have say in their undergraduate education. But I will stick with the short answer. You should consider applying to this program. We welcome students from any background. So if you want more information, you can visit this website and you can always write to us. So once again, my name is Zhang Jiji. My contact information, I think, is on the website. So anytime you have more questions about this program, please do write to us. And of course, you are also welcome to ask questions now. Please, that's the end of my presentation. It's longer than I thought. Any questions? 有问题吗？也可以用广东话问问题，我应该是可以听。Anyone? Yeah, please.
And so all that mentioned, we have to prepare a portfolio for the
Yeah.
and what should I include in the portfolio?
Very good question. Carrie, right? Yeah, thanks for the question, Carrie. Yeah, we do actually require student applicants to submit a portfolio, and we have instructions for that written on the website. You can check it out. But basically, we want two kinds of things. One is actually a personal statement. or statement of purpose. We do want to describe your reasons for applying to this program. After all, it's a very special program. And why you want to pursue this one rather than go to a traditional program. We want to see what you are thinking here. So you can tell us the reasons you do this and why you think this program will suit you very well. Again, don't be afraid, just tell whatever, right, is in your mind. You will be surprised by what can sometimes impress us. Right? Don't try to just guess what we are looking for. Just tell us why you want to do that in personal statement. And then we also want you to showcase what things, other than your excellent grades in high school, what other things you have done. So that part is very flexible. You can make a judgment. Again, we emphasize judgment a lot in this program. We want students to have better and better judgments as they evolve through the program. So you decide what you want to show us. We have some recommendations. Right? For example, some people are very talented artists already. Right? They can show us their artwork. Some people participate in a lot of innovative competitions in their school. They can show us what they have done. And other people actually write novels, write poems, show us that. And there are still other people who already made things. They invent certain small gadgets or just have some ideas about things they want to invent. Describe that, right? Make us a sketch. So basically, and also very importantly, community service, right? The work that you may have done together with some organizations in the past. Yeah, we will very encourage that kind of information to be reported to us. So all these are relevant. So whatever you think are quite special, that can show you that you have some commitment. Or if you don't yet have a very strong commitment, show us you have a curiosity, strong curiosity in certain things, in certain domains. We especially want students who have a passion for things. And some students may have a lot of passions. Then we'll help them to find the most passionate thing they will feel. But that's a good thing, right? We want people to have passion, sometimes have commitment, have past experience. All these can be included in portfolio. Okay, so we do not have a very narrow definition of what should be included in the portfolio. In fact, we want you to judge what you want to show other people what you have done. Okay, and then another part is personal statement. Okay, tell us the reasons you want to study in our program, a very special one. Okay, any other question? Thank you, Harry. Yes?
I would like to know the admission requirement for this program first.
Yeah, admission requirements, actually we follow the general university admission requirement. And then after that, we of course look at portfolio and we will routinely, I mean, we didn't say we must interview students, but in fact, we interview all students. So interview is also the important part of that. In fact, starting in the next year, we will actually have entrance scholarship for students who have good record and good interview performance. So this again is support from university, right, to this program. So we will have a special entrance scholarship for people who did very well in interviews, especially. Yeah. So we'll have interview, we'll have the portfolio submission, and of course we'll also look at grades. Yeah. So grades, of course, are also important. But the general requirement is the general requirement. The university can check that out. What's your name? Oh, Trace. Yeah, Trace, I saw your name right just now. Okay. Yeah, sorry, I only had one book in my office. I should have brought 3. Sorry about that. Yeah, if I see you again, I think when we talk about that again, I owe you a coupon. Any other question? Any question? Again, we're welcome to ask in Cantonese. 广东话也可以，普通话也可以，英语也可以。Okay, it's fine if you don't have a question right now. You may have more questions later, as I said, right? Write to us anytime if you want to know more. And again, a lot of exciting things, activities are happening today, so I won't keep you here for too long. So thank you very much for your interest and hope to see you again at some point. Thank you. Okay, thank you.
各位同學仔，如果你哋有興趣嘅話咧，我哋嘅攤位而家開翻㗎啦，你哋可以攤位嗰邊揾我哋
差不多1個小時啊。
呢啲人啦，即係我哋呢個 course 有攤子。好。
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you. 謝謝，謝謝。Okay. Yeah, thought I would.